How do I correctly amend my tax return using Form 1040X? Imagine realizing you made a mistake on your tax return after you have already filed it. It happens more often than you think, and fixing it correctly is important to stay compliant with tax laws. When you need to make changes, you use Form 1040X, which is the official way to amend your tax return. Let's walk through how to do it step by step so you can avoid common legal mistakes and get it right the first time. First, you need to decide if you actually need to amend your return. Use Form 1040X if you find errors like wrong income figures, incorrect filing status, missed deductions, or credits. Small math errors are usually fixed by the IRS without needing an amendment. If you are adding or removing dependents or changing your filing status, then you definitely need to file an amended return. Next, get the latest version of Form 1040X and its instructions from the IRS website. Using outdated forms or instructions can cause delays or mistakes. Make sure you have your original tax return and any new documents that support your changes, such as corrected W-2 forms or receipts for deductions. These will help you fill out the form accurately. When completing Form 1040X, start by filling out your personal details at the top and specify the tax year you are correcting. In column A, enter the figures from your original return or the amounts after any previous amendments. In column B, write the difference between the original and corrected figures. In column C, add or subtract the change from column B to get the new correct amount. Be clear and precise in explaining each change in the section labeled Explanation of Changes. Attach extra sheets if needed to clarify your corrections. Include all relevant forms or schedules that have changed or were not included initially. For example, if you are adjusting your itemized deductions, attach a revised Schedule A, sign and date the form because an unsigned form is invalid and will cause delays. You can file Form 1040X either electronically if your original return was e-filed and the IRS allows it for that year, or by mailing a paper copy to the address listed in the instructions. Keep copies of everything you send for your records. Be aware of the deadlines for filing. You must submit the amended return within 3 years from the day you filed your original return or within 2 years from the date you paid the tax, whichever is later. Filing late could mean losing your right to refunds or credits. Avoid common legal mistakes like filing unnecessary amendments, which can trigger audits or delays. Make sure all your changes are backed by supporting documents to prevent disputes. Do not file multiple amendments for the same year at once. Instead, combine all changes into one Form 1040X. Double-check that you include all related forms or schedules and provide truthful, detailed explanations to prevent allegations of fraud or negligence. Finally, remember that processing an amended return can take up to 16 weeks. Use the IRS Where's My Amended Return? tool online to track your submission. Respond quickly if the IRS asks for more information. Following these steps carefully will help you correct your tax return properly, stay within legal boundaries, and avoid unnecessary penalties or legal issues.